See, I've received in a week 22,500.
1 week.
1 week. And then if you go here, I want to show you this too. I've sent 8,500 in donations, but I've only spent 1,750 out of my own pocket. So that's a pretty good profit margin, right?
Not bad.
Yeah, and that's in 1 week. So I don't know. I mean, I just sit here and I laugh, and I talk to Jay a lot, and I talk to CJ, and I talk to Marty. I'm like, this is just it's just fun. You know what I mean? Like, it's fun because I know that I'm not leading anyone off a cliff. Like you said, like I know I can go market and make money, and I can do it, right? But but again, like I think Jay said, the people that need it the most are the people that need to make the money, and so I know I would bring in anybody into this. My best friend, I've talked to my friends, and I'm like, man, just give this thing a little bit of time, and you're not going to lose money. I've even gone as far to tell some people that are skeptical, if you do it and you don't make money, I'll give you your money back. I mean,
right.
That's how
I was thinking too. It's like, why not say that? Because they're gonna. So yeah. So.
No, man. Again, thanks, Jay, for showing it to me, brother. I appreciate it, and I'm glad I stayed in contact with you all this time. So that's my story.
And here's how I want to take it back. Thank you, Brian, for opening that email and finally responding to it, because we wouldn't be all sitting here right now.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Opening that email and finally calling him and going, well, okay, what the heck is this? So
I just want to say, like, I look at this, like I see Lori on here. Hey, Lori. I see Reese. I see Monty, I see Greg, I see Connie, I see Steve White. I love Steve White. How you doing, buddy? I'm so glad you're here. I'm trying to see who else is on this thing that I recognize. Paolo, I just Guillermo and Helena, and you guys are in the right place. And if any of you have had troubles in the past, I mean, I'm telling you right now, ride this wave. That's all I can say.
All right. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it, buddy. If you got to go grab some dinner with Andrea, I get it.
Yeah, we're heading to a basketball game, so I'm going to bounce. But thanks for having me on, Marty, and I want to give me the recording of this if you wouldn't mind.
You better believe it. I will.
All right. Thanks, bud.
All right. So since we want to talk to several people here, we'll abbreviate it a little bit, maybe just when you got started, how much, what you've done so far. I will personally say, I'll just share my own testimonial. I got started after Brian shared this with me last Thursday. I got everything set up on Friday, started sharing it with people on Saturday. So here we are from Saturday to Wednesday. I'm just about at $13,000 in that time period. Just sharing it in my warm market of people that I want to help and bless, because I know that this can do it, unlike other incarnations we've been in the past where you're just reluctant. You're like, I want to help people, but I'm not really sure if they can do what we do. This has been a whole different story. So I know that there's a lot of you that want to share. I want to see if I can find one person here to start. I got to look through several screens here because this is filling up. Joy, where are you on all these screens? I don't know if you can unmute yourself. There you are. Joy, how are you?
Okay.
All right. So tell me a little bit about what's happened with you in the last day or so since I got you set up yesterday, where you were like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know. I can't lose money. I'm just to be able to
yeah, I got bank creditors calling me. When can you pay? When can you pay? And
I said, I don't care about your situation. I don't care how bad it is. I need you to get in this. Just trust me. What's happened from yesterday till today?
I don't know how, but I got over $3,000. Don't like beyond, like I'm speechless. Like that, didn't even think that would happen. not even.
Over $3,000 in a day. And then how many people have you helped share this with to get in and get blessed like you have?
Well, me personally, I haven't brought anybody in. I'm trying.
Not a trick question. 0 people.
Yeah.
0 people.
Right.
All right. So I just wanted to call you out just to explain that it doesn't require you. Now, we're going to tell everybody here, the expectation is you want to go out and you want to bless, not find, but bless 2 people with this opportunity. By doing that, by blessing 2 people with this opportunity, and then helping them to do the same thing, you're going to see very quick growth in what you're going to be blessed with just by being a service-oriented person that wants to help people. That's why I'm at where I'm at. I haven't brought in a lot of people. I'm just helping the people that I have to get to where they're at. And that's really the secret sauce to this whole thing. It's not blowing it out and marketing to tons of people and bringing a lot of people in. It's about helping. And as long as you're in it for those reasons, you'll help, not only yourself, but you'll help them too. Like I was able to help Joy. So Joy, I couldn't be happier. Look for big things. Your Christmas is going to be unbelievable, even though you were kind of sweating some things when we were talking yesterday. So
I'm still in shock. I still can't believe it.
Yeah, just get ready. Just get ready.
Yeah.
It's only the tip of the iceberg, Joy. Trust me. So I'm just glad that we had that conversation. You said, okay, I'm doing this. I got to do it. And I know you were scared. I know you were reluctant. And I couldn't be happier for you today. So I'm going to move on. I'm going to grab some other people. I know, CJ, you love to share your story. Go ahead and unmute if you can. I'm trying to unmute you, and I'm not able. There we go.
I think I'm unmuted. Can you hear me?
I can. Go ahead, hon.
Awesome. Short and sweet, you guys. This has been an amazing journey, not just for me, but my family. A lot of my family are on here. My brother, my daughter, my ex-husband or ex-boyfriend, not husband, sorry, Phil. But this has been a true journey. I got involved toward the end of last Thursday. Didn't work on Sunday. To me, it's family day, church day. Over $16,000 for my honey Mark and I. And we're able to sleep at night in peace, knowing we can take care of our obligations. And we're trying to connect with as many people that we know are financially struggling, or bottom line, want to pay off some debts or pay off their car payments, student loans like my daughter right on the screen today. I'm very proud of her. She's really done some major transitions in her life to be able to breathe and be able to take care of her own debts. So with that said, all I can say, you guys, if you're on here for the very first time, in behalf of Mark and I, whoever invited you, get involved, give. By you giving and sharing, you will receive. As long as you have a good intention in your heart, that you're willing to be here to help them, it'll go a long, long way. And we're really excited to be a part of it, Marty. Thank you for inviting me out.
Amen. Thank you, CJ. And there's a lot of reasons that people want to raise funds, but hey, Christmas is right around the corner, guys. How many times do you go through Christmas and then dread January because you're waiting for that statement to come in the mail going, oh, now I got to dig my way out of making my kids and my family members happy. You don't have to do that this year, I'm telling you. So CJ, you brought in, like you said, you went out and talked to friends, family, everybody, because you knew this wasn't a risk, this was a blessing. So Tanisha, you are one of those family members. I'm going to try and unmute you.
I'm so excited, you guys. So excited.
Tell me about where you started, because there's 3 levels that people get started at, but sometimes people get started at the lowest level because
yes,
that's where they're at. So tell me about that.
Perfect. So my mom and Mark withheld this wonderful secret for a couple of days. As I was out to eat at my favorite cafe, she texted me saying, hey, we need to get you enrolled in this. I said, what is this? All she did was send me a photo of what her and Mark had generated literally within a couple of days. And I started freaking out. I need to leave where I'm at. I need to go home. I need to sign up. But all I could do in that moment, because my overhead is very high, I live in Venice, it's expensive to live here, I can only donate $250 to my start. So I said, okay, awesome. I'm going to get to work. Let me see what $250 looks like, because a lot of the people that I have contacts with are not in this demographic of large amounts of money. Most people in my age bracket are on the lower end of 250 is stretching it for them. So let me see what I can do with 250. You guys, I cycled out in the first day. Literally cycled out, meaning I came in with 250 by 7 p.m., 750. And then I said, oh shit, I need to go higher. I'm going to leave money on the table. I can't not do this. So I did. I upgraded. My total investment as of Monday was $1,750 in full. You guys, it is Wednesday. This morning I woke up with $2,500 in my account. Yesterday, the day before, $1,000. Today, right now, this minute, which it's not done, I'm at $5,125.
Whoa!
And literally
all $250.
You guys, literally all I am doing is sharing the truth. There is nothing special to this other than sharing the full fact truth. And like in any business that I've learned of my own 2-year entrepreneurial journey is if you know your product, you know what you're representing, and you're sharing your experience and you understand how you get paid, this is not hard at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very excited and I can't stop sharing it. Seriously.
Of course you can't. Are you kidding me with a story like that? Why would you?
Yes. Let me share something really exciting though. Oh my gosh. Okay. Here's a great one.
Yep.
Yesterday, I had reached out to somebody that we could not help in our primary business due to certain financial challenges. And when I was getting ready to have a baby, 2 weeks ago, she had her baby. I reached out to her 2 nights ago. Okay. I sent her my link. She watched it. She texted me in the morning saying, I need to do this. I'm ready to go. I said, great. I'm on the phone with her. And she's like, Tanisha, I don't know if I can seriously invest into $1,750 for myself right now. I don't know what to do. I said, you just need to trust me. You need to follow my lead. Do you trust me? She said, yeah, I trust you. But what if I lose my money? I said, there's no way you can lose your money. You guys, she joined yesterday between 2 and 3 p.m. in the afternoon. This morning, before 10 a.m., she had $1,250 of it back.
Wow.
She gave birth 2 weeks ago.
That's amazing.
So I was pretty excited about that.
You go in special places with
totally
someone like
totally.
you.
It was so awesome. It was so exciting.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing, Tanisha. I appreciate it. You're a rock star. You're just like your mom. There's a few more people I want to. We're on a roll here. I gotta get a few more people. I want to call out Connie because we've had a lot of fun today. I mean, that is what is great about this business, right? It's just fun. So tell me about when you got started, what has transpired, what today was like.
It is unbelievable. When you and I started together late Saturday afternoon, I ended the day with $1,375. I went all in with all 3 levels.
The day. Okay.
Okay. We did not, Sunday was our day. So we then reached out on Monday. And last night I reported at 31.25.
Okay.
Today I'm at 73.70. And I have advanced up to the $2,000 level. I have completely cycled.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
It makes total sense. And by the way, we will get into the term cycling and what that all looks like here in a little bit.
Yeah.
But
it's so much fun,
yeah.
Blessing others, and you can just see we're lit up. It's exciting, and we can't share it enough.
And Connie and I were involved in things in the past where not everybody was able to experience the kind of success that we're all experiencing here. So that's what's so cool about this is blessing people with a system that works, with systems in place to be able to very easily share with others and help them to get in and be blessed just like they are. So, man, when you called me and let me know that before this meeting, I was just like, oh, this is amazing. So I'm so happy for you. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, right? We're less than a week in. So can't wait to see where this is going over the next month or so. Thank you so much for sharing tonight, Connie. All right. like I mentioned, a lot of us have come from businesses in our backgrounds where we didn't experience success. And that's because it wasn't nearly as duplicatable, and you might see a very small percentage of people succeed. Like in network marketing, typically 3% of people succeed, and the other 97% just sort of either get their money back or lose money type of thing. So I want to call out a friend of mine that came in with Connie. Tim, you came in with Connie right after her. Tell me a little bit about when you came in and what has transpired since then.
Well, I don't know how many minutes it was after she talked to you that she called me, because it was Saturday afternoon also.
Yeah.
And as of yesterday, I had not sponsored or blessed anybody myself.
Right.
And I had 1125, and today I'm sitting at 3,500.
Yeah. So more than doubled, basically doubled your investment in a couple days. Got to feel good, right?
Quite cycle, but I'm not losing out on any more money, so I'm at 2,000.
Yeah, that's awesome, Tim. And like we were saying, this is just the tip of the iceberg. We're just getting started. So it's going to be a fun ride from here to whenever. So thank you so much for sharing that. And, a lot of people have been talking about terms like cycling and upgrading and things like that. So for the benefit of anybody who's here who hopefully has seen some things, but doesn't really know the specifics about what all that looks like I didn't when I got started. I just basically knew, hey, if my friends like Jay and Brian and Mark and CJ are doing this, I'm all in. Where do we go? I want to get started. But, a lot of people don't have that benefit maybe necessarily. So what I want to do is share my screen with you guys real quick and just kind of take you on a tour of the back office, what it looks like. Jay, I'm going to unmute you in case you want to jump in at any point and just commentate, because you were really helpful with me last night. You actually showed me things that I didn't even know about a few days in because I was so busy just sharing with people.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
So if there's anything you want to interject with, you go for it.
I will interject one thing real quick. Brian's been involved for a week and 2 days, just so you know. Not a week.
A week and 2 days. That's
yeah,
right.
not that matters when you make 22,000, but I want to clear it up.
I think he's okay with that extra 2 days.
Exactly.
So I want to start with how you came here in the first place. Pretty much everybody that's in this and sharing it with others has a replicated website that's very easy to set up. You show up to, you enter your information, and then you're able to go into a back office that shares a couple of very brief videos, 3 minutes and 8 minutes, and then has a join link, okay? So the reality is most people aren't going to just go through that and say, yeah, I'm ready to get started. Let's go. We have additional information to be able to share with people as well. Like say, for example, this 50/50 CEO site that I set up. That's awesome because I wanted to get to know the person behind this business, David Rosen, and what his heart was like. Excellent human being. And I'm telling you what, the software that he put together called Mobius Loop that does all the sifting and sorting and figuring everything out for us so we don't have to is amazing. So this is a great resource for people to come to be able to learn more about him and his vision in a 20-minute webinar and a 1-hour webinar if you want to get deeper in the weeds. But then this was the meetup that we did on Monday, and you can see it looks a little bit different today where I've got 3 screens blowing up with people versus what we had going on then. So it's growing virally because of the way we share this opportunity. So you're not having to do a lot of explaining and telling yourself. You're simply just sharing some information, having people go to a website, do their due diligence, get on with people like us that have been doing this for the few days that we have in a lot of cases, learning about it, and then getting started. So there's a join link that is attached to that, though, that looks something like this. And when people join and get started, they're paying $29, a whopping $29, to have the benefit of this software doing all the work for them, and the back office to be able to basically be the traffic cop for people making donations to you, you verifying those donations, and then telling you when you need to donate, because that's what really makes this thing go round and around, is that the fact that it's not all just money coming into you. You're blessing others while you're being blessed by going through a process called cycling, which I want to get into with you here in a second. So what I'm going to do is just open up my back office here. And I'm going to open up, as you can see, this number right here was about $6,000 less yesterday. Here's the key. I didn't sponsor one person into this today. So it jumped from just under 7,000 to just under 13,000 in one day, because I'm helping others that have come into this journey with me to continue to increase and rank and go through the cycling process as we were talking about. So let me show you what that looks like. I'm going to click on this wealth center here, and I'm going to open receiving centers. And I got to log back in, so bear with me for just 1 second. So open my receiving centers. So why don't I open closed receiving centers? So this is a visual representation of what it looks like at each of the levels I got started at. Because you can come in at 250, if that's really all you can make work. But if you see the vision, you definitely want to come in at 250, 500, and 1,000, which is total 1,750, because you're going to be able to cycle at each of those three levels simultaneously, recoup that original investment very quickly in a matter of, as we've seen tonight, usually a day, a couple days, might even be hours for a lot of people. So you're able to recoup that by just sharing with people like I did here with, at the 250 level originally, Carla, Steve, and Bill, Connie, Tim, and Steve. Okay, so the software figures out where to put everybody as you're bringing people in for you. Okay, and then basically when they're getting started, if they get started at all three levels, they're going to be paying you, sending you half of whatever they're getting started at, and then half of what they're getting started at to other people that the software tells them to. So, you know, when I bring in someone like Bill, Bill's sending me half of his original donation amount, and then the software's telling him, hey, you want to send some of that to Carla, and then some of that to Steve. Okay, so that's how people are getting funds sent to them before they even start sharing this and having a look at this in the first place. Now, once you've brought people in, and these legs basically you cycle out, you bring in two people, and you can help them with bringing in two people, like I helped Connie with bringing in Tim, although I didn't do a lot of help. Tim jumped on a screen share with me and watched what we were doing and said, yeah, I'm in, let's go. So you help those two people with bringing in two people of their own. You've gone through the cycling process, and all you're doing is, let's just say to keep the math simple, I'm going to scroll down to the 1,000 level where I've cycled here. And, you know, I donated 250, 500, and 1,000. So this 1,000 level did the same thing, went through and cycled. So I'm getting back 50% from each of these people that came in to go through that process. So that totals $3,000. Now I've cycled. So basically I've tripled my money. So if I'm happy with tripling my money, I could walk away at that point and just basically be, wow, that was great. Tripled my money. Like sitting at Vegas, you know, sitting at the roulette wheel, making some money and walking away. Why would you do that if you knew you could go through that process over and over again by simply paying back in $1,000, so 1/3 of what you just made, to do the exact same thing over again? And the back office dictates all of that for you. So if I go to the home page and I show you, click here to see where donations to send, this is a visual representation. And what I can do is I can highlight, I'm going to start here, and right here, 11/29, that's when I kicked this off. I think I got to go up one more. So right here was the beginning process for me, where I came in at all three levels, and it told me, Coach Mark and CJ, who sponsored me in, send half of that to them. So it broke into three separate amounts of 250 right here, 500 right here, and 125 for each of those three levels. So I PayPal'd them, because that's their payment credentials that they use, PayPal them that amount. And then I had to PayPal Louise, who came in with Mark and CJ, 500 and 250. Now, she hadn't shared with anybody, but she's getting a donation of 750, so she was very happy. And then Don had to send 125. So that fulfilled my obligation. That was my seed money to get this whole process rolling, okay? So then from there, I'm just basically sitting back, sharing with people, having them come in and going through that process of filling out all of those levels as you saw and cycling through. And then what happens is the software will tell you, hey, Marty, you've got to go ahead and send some donations if you want to continue the cycle. So if I click here, you can see these are my donations that I've sent out. So the software—
No, those are received. You clicked on received, just so you know.
Oh, I clicked on received?
Yeah, yeah.
Donations. Just
There you go.
here we go. And if I click on, or if I go here, it's sending all this. So all these others are me after I've cycled through everything, saying, yeah, I want to participate again. So I'm going to send another. If I'm at the 250 level, I'm going to send another 250 out, 125 and 125 to whoever the software tells me to. That they're going to be blessed. And then same thing at 500, same thing at 1,000. So it just continues on like that. So if I look, I've received 12,875, and I've sent out 6,250. So the money is cycling through that way, basically. Now, because I've done that, I've upgraded myself to $2,000. So I came in at the first 3 levels, upgraded myself yesterday, and in that one day, here's what happened. So today, I had 3 people decide to come behind me and upgrade themselves the exact same way. Connie Reynolds, Louise, and Tim all did that. So I received $3,000 in donations today because they're doing the exact same thing that I'm doing, sharing, inviting people to get the information, come to meetups like this, and get started and start the donation process, and then getting that back in a rather quick form and fashion. So that's kind of how it all works, guys. I'm trying to think of what else I want to cover back here. Jay, what do you think?
I think most of that is, good as far as campaigns are concerned. I would just let people know that if they want to, raise funds for a charity, or they want to raise funds for something else, you can create your own campaign. I have a gentleman who's raising funds for Alzheimer's disease, right? So all the funds that he gets, he's just donating to, whatever charity he has that is sending them, doing research for Alzheimer's. You can do partial campaigns, for what you raise or whatever. And I've been looking at my phone periodically while you are doing that. And I have a gentleman who just joined, actually 2 hours ago, right? Not even. I just got a text from him, and he goes, "So not even 2 hours went by. I'm already receiving donations. This is amazing."
There you go.
Right? It's literally because of what we've built, right? As far as our team is concerned, we have people that are experienced. We have people that are going out and sharing it. That's why so many people are having success. It's basically, people helping people. I know I keep saying that, but I can't express it enough. It's people helping people. And I have a gentleman who joined me not even 2 hours ago, and he's already receiving his money back, and that's just because, when we talk about cycling, we all have people that are sharing this with other people. And because of the matrix that you showed, people fall in under other people and split the wealth. This is not unlike GoFundMe. GoFundMe, you start a campaign, you start, a fundraiser. The difference is with GoFundMe, you have to go share it yourself, right? You have to ask people to do things for you. You have to say, hey, can you share this on your Facebook, or can you, put my link out there, or can you do this, or can you do that? Here, it's just automatically done for you. Everybody's sharing it with everybody, and everybody is basically benefiting from it. So it's a lot easier to raise money when you have a team raising it than it is doing it yourself, right?
Yep.
Who was it?
When you receive funds, or you need to receive funds, or you're receiving funds from somebody else, or you need to send funds, you come back here, you click on this donation ID. I've paid everything and everything's been confirmed, so I can't click on this. But if I were to click on this, it would open up Coach Mark's payment profile. And then I would see PayPal or Venmo or Zelle to his bank or whatever. And then I go into my PayPal. Let's just say, he wants me to PayPal. I go into my PayPal and I'll send him money via friends and family. And you can see this is all today right here. These are all, I'm going to move my picture here. But this is all today, what happened to me. And you can see there's donations coming in, but then there's payments going out here to people. So when I've cycled through one of those boards, I go back, I see where I need to send it to. I'll go into PayPal, send it to them. They confirm me in their back office that I was just in. And then once they confirm me, the software knows that I've done that, taken care of it, and now I'm cycling again for the third time now in the 250 level. and I've gone through 250, and I'm in the, I think the second time, at 500, second time at 1,000. And then you upgrade yourself. So that's why I upgraded myself to the 2,000 level, as you see here. So now the only other level that I have to upgrade myself is 4,000 that I'll be doing here very shortly. And then once I've finished that, I've basically paid in at all 5 levels. I never have to go through that again. Okay, you're done. And then you're just cycling through and then reinvesting every time after you triple your money. And if you do that, if after getting through with your upgrades, the big picture here is you cycle through on all 5 boards, that's a total of 23,000 approximately dollars. And when you're reinvesting by donating again so you can keep cycling, that's 4,000, 2,000, 1,000, 500, 250. So you take that 23,000, you subtract those out, you're basically net profiting 15,500 every time that happens. And Jay, you were mentioning to me that the gentleman that brought you in, that's only helped 12 people get started in this. You know, and he's been in this maybe a couple of months. He's doing.
He came in. Right? He came in 2 weeks. He came in 2 weeks before I did. Well, no, sorry, 3 weeks. 3 weeks before I did. It took him less than 30 days, and he made $50,000. And he only helped 12 people, right? But the key was he helped 12 people, and then he helped those 12 people find 2 people, right? And taught those people how to help their 2 people find 2 people. And that's it. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of people to be able to raise, you know, the funds that are necessary to really change your life. You know, yes. It's pretty amazing. It really is pretty amazing. And you know, we've got people now on our team and everything else that are cycling through all 5 boards. I've personally already upgraded to the 4,000, so I don't have to upgrade anymore. Now it's just about cycle through all 5 boards, and we have people that are doing it in a week, right? So yep. On a weekly basis, you know, profiting $15,500. I mean, that's $60,000 a month. But I mean, just do it once a month. If you make a profit of $15,000 a month,
what can that do for the average person?
Right? I mean, come on, for the average person, that's crazy money. I mean, for most people, that's crazy money. Forget about the average person, you know. I mean, what does that come out to be? Like almost 200 grand a year, 275,000 a year or something like that. I mean, that's a lot of money, and really, really, really can change people's lives, which is why I love this, because it's not that hard.
It's really, like you said, the easiest way to be able to create an income source and bless other people at the same time as you've ever seen. Yeah,
it is for sure. I mean, I wasn't kidding. I mean, I know I had told Brian, you know, Brian was on the fence for a couple of weeks, like 3 weeks or something like that. And I basically had finally told him, I'm like, dude, you got to look at this really seriously. Look at this, because it's the easiest way to raise money that I've seen, and help people in the process. Because I mean, let's face it, we've all been in those business opportunities, you know, and spaces and things like that where, you know, we've had the best intentions. We thought we were going to help everybody. We thought we were going to help a lot of people. And for whatever reasons, it didn't turn out to help those people, you know. And now we have an opportunity where we can go back and say, you know, listen, I know I have people that are, like I said, one of the people that have joined me, you know, their whole goal is to recoup the funds they lost in another business, right? So we have the ability to help those people do that.
Amen.
And quickly. And quickly. You know what I mean? Not even, I mean, we're not talking it's going to take 6 months. I mean, you got people who are making 20 grand in a week. I mean, now granted, Brian's a little bit different than most people.
Right.
But, you know, if you can make 5,000 in a week or 10,000 in a week or whatever, I mean, and it's just going to.
Even in a month. That's a big deal.
I mean, in a month. But here's the thing, right? And people should understand this, because once you get this ball rolling, it's a snowball going downhill.
Yeah.
It just grows on its own. It grows on its own. So you may start off at 1,000 a week, or, you know, 2,000 a week or something like that. Next thing you know, you're at 3,000 a day, right? I mean,
6,000 today for me, and I'm less than a week in, 4 days.
And it just grows and grows and grows and grows and grows on its own, and you can't stop it if you wanted to. Why would you want to stop it, right?
Exactly.
But that's what happens. It just gains momentum, and I'd rather be at the front of the train helping as many people as I possibly can than,
Mm-hmm. And guys, the reason that happens is because what we're doing here is very duplicatable. I mean, we're going to educate you. We're going to plug you into things like this 50/50 crowdfunding Facebook group, where you're going to be able to get plugged in, get information about how we share this with people that we know. Here's a congrats to me making the 2000 board, which is nice. But you're gonna get ideas like, here's a great idea to be able to share this in a very non-threatening way with all of your warm market, which is basically all I did, just sharing this. And my preferred method of doing that is just Facebook Messenger. I would go onto Facebook because people open and look at their Facebook messages. They don't open their emails as much anymore. They do open their text, but they don't pay as much attention to it, but they definitely open up their Facebook message. So that has been what's gotten me to where I'm at, just sharing a simple Facebook message and having people then go to, hey, do you have a few minutes to watch a very short video of what I'm doing to be able to help people, not only help myself, but help other people with raising funds for either personal reasons or charitable reasons? Go take a look. And then there's other exposures like I was showing you with 50/50 CEO, and then jumping on meetings like this, and then plugging people into things like, say, for example, a Facebook chat that I put together for my personals, and then saying, hey, this is what I did to be able to get to where I'm at. Just copy, rinse, repeat. And that's why people are very quickly duplicating. So that's why you want to get into something like this, because you're going to be working with people that are learning from people that know what they're doing, and it's going to flow down to everybody so we can kind of all march to the beat of the same drum and all experience the same success. And the bottom line is, this is not a build it big model. This is a build it small. Help the people, start out by helping the people that you know need it the most, and then help them to do the same thing. Bring in 2 more people. That's it. So that's all my focus is on, is just helping my team to do what I'm doing first and foremost, and then slowly I'll bring on other people. But the more you focus on doing that, helping others, you're helping yourself. So it truly is, you get what you give with this model that I love the most. Okay, so that's it as far as the share portion of things. I'm going to stop sharing, and I know somebody raising their hand. I'm going to see if I can find him real quick. There he is. Steve, go ahead, buddy.
Hey, Marty, I appreciate having this meeting for everybody. Jay, I wanted to ask you a question. Something I couldn't figure out is there any way you can share your calls, like when you put it in, when you have your campaign, is there any way that anybody else on the outside can see what your cause is?
Not really. As far as as far as sharing the donation ID or anything like that, what you have to do in order to do that is share like a fundraising campaign on Facebook or something like that to the outside world, right? My recommendation to that is just share the opportunity with that person too, right? Because that person, whoever it is that you think might want to donate to your cause, they probably have a cause of their own, So you share the opportunity with them. They can donate to your cause independently if they want to. But I mean, why not help that person raise the funds they need as well?
I just didn't know if there was. I just didn't know if there was anywhere on the website, like that, the main website, not the capture page, but on the main website, that it actually has a thing where you can pull it up and look at it. All right, I appreciate it.
Not really. It's more designed to, like I said, be a system where people are helping people, right? Not just, donating to yourself. So, unfortunately that's just the way it is, but it works pretty well. So
yeah, it works pretty well, as we've seen tonight. So we're coming.
Marty, just to expand a little bit on your Facebook messaging, right? I mean, Facebook messaging is very powerful, guys. Everybody has, sometimes you have thousands of friends, but reach out to the people who need it the most. I mean, we talked about Tanisha just a little while ago, right? I mean, she couldn't get involved for very much. She came in for 250. She's already over $5,000 or something like that in just a few days. I mean, that's awesome, and the return on investment with this business model is basically 66%, right?
Yep.
I don't know where any other investment can get you a 66% return in a matter of days or even hours, you know? So the people that need it the most that I mean, reach out to them. I know a lot of the people maybe be seeing this for the first time don't quite understand exactly what we're talking about, right? But there's a kind of calm, there's a kind of sense of accomplishment, maybe whatever you want to call it, in knowing that when you share something with somebody, they're not going to lose their money. They're not. I mean, a lot of us on here that have been involved in this type of business or network marketing, or have tried network marketing or different things, don't realize that when you're sharing something with somebody that 100% in your heart, they're not going to lose their money. It's so much better. It's so much better because there's no question. There's no question. And you know what? I know. Just take a chance. Listen to me. Like Brian said, right? If you don't make money, I'll give you your money back. Because you just know in your heart they're going to make money.
And we all know people from previous incarnations that have lost money. And what I love is I can go to those people in full faith, knowing that I can help them. At the very least, they're going to take their money back and then some. But I want to help them get the heck out of whatever hole was created by whatever it is they were doing. And this is the vehicle that can do it. So,
and it doesn't even have to be somebody that's lost money in another business, right? I mean, it could just be somebody who needs it. Joy just took a chance on you and believed in you, right? And said, I don't know if I can lose this money, but here she is in a day, $3,000 later.
Exactly what you just said. I knew that I had the conviction level where I said, just get started. Trust me, your life is going to look a lot different 30 days from now. And one day later.
Her life looks a lot different one day later, right? It's crazy. It's crazy.
All right. So listen, guys, we're coming up on an hour here, so we're gonna wrap things up. But if you have any other questions after all the exposures you've looked at up until this point and seeing how this looks and the results that people have gotten with this, most of you are probably going to want to jump in, get started right away, which I totally get. But if you have any other questions rolling around that you need to get answered, reach out to the person that invited you here. And if they need to get somebody on a 3-way call with them, they can do that. We'll get your questions answered, get you plugged in. You can literally be sharing this the same day that you get started because it's that easy to get up and going with this. I literally got back my investment and doubled it in the same day, basically, that I got things going. So there's really nothing to worry about with something like this, with the success rate that we have here. So I want to thank everybody for taking time out of their evening to come join us tonight. And we will be doing this again. So we'll continue to share and bless other people. Thanks again for showing up, and we'll talk soon.